Okay, we got Coach Schwab here. We've had some pretty big updates kind of go on in the West Gym this year, and he's going to walk us through some of the new updates, the room, some pictures, and kind of what's to come.
Yeah,
in
you
the
know,
future.
updates, upgrades, little things to make the West Gym the home of wrestling. You know, like you see right here. Welcome to the West Gym, home of Panther Wrestling. We put that in last year. You know, there really wasn't. We had some signs up when you came in, but nothing like this. And I think this is, you know, when you walk in, you're like, man, this is the home of UNI Wrestling, and it was done really well. You know, it welcomes people to the gym and lets them know that this is the home of UNI Wrestling. So we got that put in last year. I know people probably saw it, but that was something that, you know, Pledges for Pins, and we'll go through and a lot of stuff that you're going to see. It's coming from Pledges for Pins. So anybody that donates to that, we appreciate it. You know, Sandy started that, and man, it's a huge benefit for us. Just the things that we're able to do and the upgrades that we're able to make for the program and hopefully for the fans. You know, just making this environment in West Gym, you know, the best wrestling facility in the country. So we put that as we walk in. We'll walk over this way. Studying, you gotta get study work done. You know, I mean, we gotta get our homework done. And you know, as we've put pictures up kind of throughout the West Gym. This one was just one of the recent ones put up, but just, man, our fans, they're incredible. You know, and they love when a guy competes his tail off, and a guy like Albert was kind of a heart and soul of the team. Just a guy that, you know, people love. They loved how he competed. You know, he left his mark on the program, and one of my favorite pictures all time. You know, when the first time I saw it, I was like, man, that thing's got to go up in the West Gym somewhere. So we were able to put that up, and it's going to be up here for a long time. But I think with some of these pictures that you see, especially the big ones, you know, I think people are able to kind of look and see, man, like, look at me, look at this guy, you know, but you can see how much the fans are into it, how much they appreciate when guys compete their tails off.
Yeah, so Josh Albert graduated this past year. You know, probably speak on the character of what it takes to get on the wall and actually end up not being an All-American, because I think he's the only guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's I think we have a big one over there, but I mean, that's, I don't know, to me it just speaks to the testament of him and how much the people appreciated not just how he competed, but the type of person he was. You know, when you hear when you ever hear the teammates talk about him, I mean, you've heard, man, Albers was the greatest. We loved him. We loved what he gave to the program, and you know, and he sent me a message after. He's like, it means a lot to him, you know, and it does mean a lot. It means a lot to be in these halls. You know, and everyone else, you can see, I mean, these guys have been All-Americans for us, and that's one thing we're trying to showcase when a guy is an All-American, is they do something that is above and beyond. You know, they deserve to be recognized and be in the halls, man, of the West Gym with all these other legends, and because they've really added to the program. Do you want to go down to the other one?
Yeah, or do you
So,
want to do the tall one?
So we're kind of busting out of the Hall of Champions, which is good. You know, we want to be able to continue to expand, but on that hallway where the Hall of Champions is, every pillar has a national champion. We run out of pillars in that hallway, so we turned around the corner. And obviously feel pretty good about being able to put another one up. You know, hopefully we start filling up every single pillar throughout West Gym. I mean, that's kind of the plan. But that got added yesterday, so pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one to add, huh?
But if you guys have ever been in the Hall of Champions, you've seen all those. So we're able to add, and like I said, for me, I want to make this whole gym wrestling. The whole ground floor is going to be all wrestling. You know, talk about upgrades a little bit. We're going to get these pads off. We're going to do some things inside, because there's really nothing inside of the gym that has UNI Wrestling. I think people know we wrestle in there, but just kind of branding the whole thing. And when you come in, like, you just it's you go down that hallway, it's a history lesson, and then you start coming through all the halls. Like, man, this is a wrestling building. This is where a lot of work gets done. This is where a lot of dreams are made, and this is where they're honored too. You know, where they're put up on the walls. And then down this other hallway, we can go here and then go around the room. Down this other hallway, you know, we're starting to put pictures up everywhere, and I think it's important. They said, pretty cool. He pinned a lot of dudes. I think he had 30 38 or 39 pins in his career. That's a lot of pins.
Yeah, I heard you got another 25-pounder coming for that number.
Well, we got a guy, I think, if I counted right, he might be at 32 or 33 right now. And he's going to move himself up those record books, and, who knows how high he's going to get. I think 61 is the most. Kirk Myers. I was doing a little history lesson for us just to see what our totals were. So sure he beats that. That's a good year.
That's a really good year.
All-American hog. But we just added this one, and pretty cool. And I'll give a shout out to Nick Ryder. He made that edit, and then we tried to put the whole edit on there, but it couldn't expand it enough. So then we're able to kind of put those kind of pictures, which I think it was cool to get him on the stand and just run it out. So kind of the start and finish, a little bit of fire, but that's a really cool I think picture.
And you placed it by the locker room.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sure that's
absolutely.
by design.
Yeah, I mean, him by the locker room, and then when we go around the other side, when we go into our wrestling room, the display for Bill Smith and his Olympic gold medals over there. So just reminders that guys have done it here, and go put your name up or go put your picture up on the wall. I think I saw a lot of guys snap that picture because I put up, hey, really enjoy the additions to the West Gym and the walls. And guys want to do that. They want to be that guy. They want to be the next guy to be up on that wall. And then when we put another one up right here, so Steyer, All-American, he'll be up here. But hopefully we start lining everywhere, just because we have so many guys that are All-Americans and national champions that we just don't have enough room to put it. And so you can kind of see. So my plan is where those pads are. We'll have a mural. We'll have a big thing with UNI Panther Wrestling, and I think kind of the background, maybe some pictures of a Pac West Gym. I mean, it's kind of what I have an idea. I'm working through it right now. It's not 100%, but as far as what it's actually going to be, but we're going to have something there, and then we'll start branding throughout the whole West Gym too, just so everyone knows, man, this is wrestling's building. And we'll go to Hall of Champions. We'll look at our new mats, which the mats are incredible. We got to thank. We had 250 donors that gave, and ended up being $64,000. For the new wall mats, the padding underneath, and then install. But even when you walk in, it's like there's a little different energy in there. Right? You can kind of feel it. Guys are they're kind of excited to come in. I mean, the mat's got a little bit more spring, but it's just brighter in there too with how they painted on some of the writing. We added to it. There's Bill Smith. So when they come out of the locker room, they see the last national champ. When they go into the wrestling room, they see the last Olympic champ. So just reminders. And two, we always want to pay honor to our history, and we want to get our guys to leave it in a better place. I mean, I think that's our job, is to leave the program in a better place. Each individual, that's their job, and as coaches, me as a coach and the coaching staff, that's our job too. But I mean, you can see, man, it's a lot brighter in here. You got Northern Iowa, we added Panther Train, we added a couple UNI, which we didn't have. We didn't have some of that stuff. We could add a lot more. I'm not big on too much stuff. I think less, a lot of times is more. Our brand, you can see our brand. I know we're gonna put some Big 12 logos, but I think that'll be about it, man. I think we've continued to brand the whole gym, and you're starting to see some of those updates. But anybody that gives a pleasure for pins, anybody that gave to our mats, we couldn't do without you guys. We couldn't do without the support that we have. We have incredible support here, and we got so many people that are on board the Panther Train. We can't thank you enough, and hopefully, you saw our home schedule. We start with Nebraska. At UNI Open, Utah Valley, SDSU, Mizzou, Oklahoma, State at home, and then West Virginia. So that's a great home schedule. So I know tickets will get out there soon. So get your tickets, get your spot reserved, and make the West Gym continue to make the West Gym one of the greatest venues to compete in. So.
Yeah, the Oklahoma State one, I'm sure, is getting a lot of attention. When was the last time Oklahoma State was on campus? It's been a while.
It hasn't been, they haven't since I've been coach here.
I think,
Maybe early 2000s.
Yeah, I think they came to the McLeod Center in 2008, maybe.
It hasn't been since I've been here. You know, we
Yeah.
went down there the last 2 years, and they'll come back, and with the way they've set up the divisions for the Big 12, it should be every other year. You know, and we should have them here. So, and hopefully, no matter what, that's one thing I talked to John. I mean, I think it's really important. We want to wrestle Oklahoma State every year. We want to duel those guys. It's a big deal for us. It's a big deal for our team, and you know, I mean, Oklahoma State coming to town. I think people get excited about that. So. But yeah, there's the new room. Come on in. I mean, check it out. Check out practice. But man, I'll tell you this: these mats are going to get used, and they're going to get used a whole lot, and they've already started to get broke in. So sure, there's a few updates, and we'll continue to update you throughout the season on I guess what's going on with UNI wrestling.
All right, thanks, Doug.